good, and you're a good interviewer.
Well, it's a WIP, work in progress.
Uh-huh.
Here is the finished product with you all here at the museum. What a phenomenal, establishment you all have here. I'm here with Suzanne Jackson, volunteer coordinator, board member. Congratulations on this product. I mean, what can you tell us about this fantastic museum?
Well, I can tell you that it's a great place, and I would not have spent the last 7 years working with the museum if I did not see how wonderful the product, the educational component of it, the community component, and also our volunteers and our board members. We're a large team, and we all work together to make this work. And very unique to have this beautiful museum in Bandera. And we selected Bandera because it was the hill country and because it was a small community, but we also um, came to this area because of San Antonio, Bernie, Kerrville, and outlying areas, because we have a wealth of community here to have this museum from Bandera County, Kerr County, Bexar County, so everyone can come. It's a hot spot. Bandera's been around a long time, and it has a great history.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the word community, and I think
Mhm.
that's a good word to establish everything that we've experienced, thus far with your founding members, your board members, your coordinators, your staff here, a phenomenal community. And I know you're going to have a fantastic event on the 14th for
Well,
the
we
Eclipse.
We've been looking forward to it because this has been in the works for a couple of years now, that the Hill Country is an epicenter of the event. Bandera is taking a very special a part of this. So when we heard about it and we started talking about it, we decided that it would be a good time to do an event to bring more people in. They're expecting a large crowd, and so we wanted to capitalize on that. We wanted to get people here to the museum because word of mouth is one of the best ways to get the message out about who we are and what we do. So we started planning it and we built it around what exists already. And our visitors, with the science part of it, with the solar, they're going to bring the solar telescope out. They're going to have talks about what the eclipse is. For many of us, this may be our last event, eclipse event. So we kind of we're looking forward to it, and we have a large community that along with the children. So everything about this museum is about family, is about learning, education, art, um, and history. So, and you can select so many parts of that, and we break it up. We often do that. We break it up into those sections and have special events.
So October 14th rolls around. It's the day of the event, the Ring of Fire eclipse. What's that day look like for truckloads and carloads rolling through?
Well, it's going to look like a fun day. First of all, you're going to be able to park and you're going to have safe environment in terms of not being at the side of the road trying to look out the window or whatever. You'll have glasses given out to you, and the solar glasses. We'll have an astronomer here. We'll have crafts for the kids, and we've got some fun things planned, and we're going to have food. They can select what they'd like to do. If the kids want to sit at a table, if they want to come in and visit and do crafts, if the parents want to come in and look at the art museum, look at the Trail of Habitats, look at the International Hall, they'll have that opportunity.
Yeah, so
So it's a full day. It'll be a full day, and then you can eat.
there you
You
go.
can eat.
Who
Have a,
doesn't like food?
huh?
Who doesn't like
Who
food?
doesn't like food? And then we're going to even have some of our snacks and stuff be like sun chips. We'll have sunburst. So it'll be themed, but just to add to the fun. We want people to come here and feel comfortable, relaxed, and have a full day.
Yeah, well, I can tell you're certainly passionate about this subject.
Very passionate about it.
Yeah,
Very
and
passionate. It's well, being retired, so I'm just going to do a shout out. Anybody who want to be a volunteer, this is a great place to be a volunteer. And we say docent, but it's not docent like you can't have a flexible schedule. Uh, we want people who want to come and spend a few hours with us on the weekend. We're open Tuesdays through Sundays. So we always are needing volunteers. By the way, we have for the solar event specifically, we have this event, and then hopefully we'll be doing another one in April. But the one for this time, the emphasis is on the education and having a safe place to view and have someone explain. I didn't know what the Ring of Fire was. I had never heard of it explained that way. It was always an eclipse, an eclipse. And hearing the Ring of Fire, where the complete sun will be covered, and then you're going to have the ring around the sun. So that's where Ring of Fire came. And I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. I had never heard that. So at my age, I'm still learning. And for us to have two eclipses in such a short period of time will really bring a lot into the hill country. But I'm excited. I think we're a great venue. We're a great venue to have people out here spend the day with us and enjoy.
Yeah, full days worth of festivities, and it's a great opportunity to bring people together as well. You've got your volunteers, you've got your staff, you've got folks that are retired, families. It just sounds like it's a way to bring people together, and hopefully folks can bond and learn from something from each other, as well as the whole atmosphere, right?
We find that to be all the time. We get people from all over the world visiting here, and not to mention the counties, people right down the road, Hondo, Pleasanton, and then of course Bernie, Austin. We get great people from Austin. What's neat about that is we tend to think that all the excitement happens in the big cities and in the certain areas, and that's what makes Bandera, the city of Bandera, the town of Bandera, popular. But it also, to me, it's the rule, the community, that what we have to give back to the world with having a museum like this and having the art hall that with the New Spain art and stuff. So having this event here fits the uniqueness of our town and fits the uniqueness of the museum.
Well, it must have been meant to be that this location would be the apex for the Ring of Fire solar eclipse. And then to have a second eclipse so close together, as you mentioned, do you know much about the different types of eclipses?
Do I know much? Well, as I explained, the Ring of Fire was the first for me, but the total eclipse, and the interesting thing about the total eclipse, and I just found this out, was when the total eclipse happens and you're in the city, all the lights come on because they're timed. So when you're out here, we don't have any lights. So when that total eclipse happens, it's going to be a true reflection of the darkness of what it brings. The animals will be, everything will be a little different. Now, I'm not a scientist and I'm not an expert, but the excitement of what's going to happen in a period of an hour or two will be phenomenal for many people. For the young people, this may be the first one. For many people, it's the first one they've ever seen. And then for us older people, it may be the last one we see. So it's kind of a neat way of looking at it.
The day rolls around. What does your day look like that day for yourself?
For me, I probably won't sleep the night before because whenever there's an event, another thing is I have a little golf cart and it has a zebra design on it, and I'm going to drive it here. And I'm going to drive my little golf cart here. So this is how it's going to happen. And I'm going to come through the gates, and then I'm on duty. And then from then on, it's going to make sure that everybody who comes through those gates will feel the hospitality and the excitement of our day. So from that point on, when we get the volunteers in, because they're going to play a major part, our board will be volunteering, our community, and we have some high school volunteers we've recruited, and hopefully get a few more that'll come in and help us with the crafts with the kids. So it will truly be an event where everybody will be on that day. We'll be ready for the excitement. We'll be ready for the crowd. We'll have porta potties. We'll have food. We'll have restrooms. We have We have the ability for people who have any kind of ADA needs to be able to be met. So we'll be ready. And so we have, and the days we have activities here, when you're on, you're on. By the time you finish, you're ready to take your shoes off, put your feet up, and have a drink of water.
Yeah, whatever your beverage of choice is.
Choice is. So, so that day will be from 7 a.m. probably till about 5 p.m.
Okay.
And we'll be ready. So our volunteers, because we recruit them and they are, I just can't say enough about the role that they play. Our board is also a very working board where we're on also. So that day will be full of fun
Okay.
and excitement.
If you're a school age or adolescent child, why should you come to the event?
Well, if you're school age, definitely um, the kids, we've had many, many schools visit. They love the dinosaurs. We can we can talk about the animals and all, but they love the dinosaur dig. So for the young kids, they can go out and dig for dinosaur bones in the back in our dinosaur digs and put the puzzle together of dinosaurs. For the older kids, it's a mixed bag. They will enjoy it, I think, mainly for the solar eclipse, for the actual activity, and probably the telescope and things like that, and the visit. Our children are really knowledgeable when they come here, and they have so many questions and they ask questions. So our groups are that group from pre-K to K through middle school that we really engage with. So it's a learning experience. Many of the kids who come here, we tie it into what they're learning in their learning objectives. And so the teachers let us know in advance some of the thing highlights, like if we're talking about habitats, if we're talking about environment, if we're talking about animals, we are able to pull all that together. So so when they come here that day, they'll get a little bit of that, but I think most importantly, they'll have the desire to come back.
There you go. Now, if we could ask any one historical figure to come volunteer on this day, who would come and volunteer for you and why would they be here?
Well, I think Neil deGrasse should come.
There you go.
I think he should come because again, the emphasis so often is on the bigger, the cities, the areas around, and we don't concentrate enough on what's out there in the community, the rural community. And to have something like this, and not just our museum, but I have to give a shout out to the city of Bandera and the other events that are here in our Frontier Times Museum. We have a something to offer. I think he would be excited about this event. And so he would be my person. I'd say, come on over, Neil. You know, we don't have any money to pay you, but we can definitely we can definitely have you give us some insight and some history and some science about our area
Well,
and
that's a good
about the event.
choice. It's a good choice, and I think he would fit in here because you have a world-class establishment facility here, and the event that day is going to be one for the ages, one for a generation. Any closing thoughts from you and why we should invite people in and why they should attend that day?
Well, my closing thought is it's a Saturday. Um, Hopefully the weather will be much cooler. You're looking for a cool place to come. It would be coming here because you're going to get a package. You're not just coming to see the solar eclipse. You're going to see a museum that you may not have ever seen before. You're going to have a chance for some crafts for the kids. You'll have the astronomers, which I'm excited about. That's probably one of my biggest excitements is having someone who knows more about the celestial happenings and what's going on and sharing that with us. And we have the glasses to give away. And so that would be my closing thoughts is come here, enjoy it, make your reservation. You don't have to worry anymore. You know where you're coming, you know where you're going to spend the day, and you park your car and when you leave, you're right on 16 and you're heading out.
Okay. And so how can folks get a ticket to come that day?
They can go online and they can receive their ticket through our website and Bandera Natural History Museum, and they can go online and it'll give them directions as to how to purchase the ticket.
Great. Now I need you to say Ring of Fire Solar Eclipse one more time for us on camera here.
Ring of Fire Solar Eclipse is going to be here at the Bandera Natural History Museum on October 14th.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is, folks. Woo.